The Watergate burglary and bugging of the DNC by Nixon, and the sharing of Biden campaign ad and debate strategy by Fox with Jared Kushner and the Trump campaign are both examples of GOP plans to gain an unfair advantage in a political campaign. In the case of the Watergate scandal, the break-in and bugging of the DNC offices was pure criminal political espionage designed to help Nixon's re-election campaign, allowing him to access and potentially manipulate the Democrats' internal campaign strategy. In 1970, Richard Nixon and Roger Ailes planned to put the GOP on TV with a news network to circumvent ethical, objective media and provide pro-GOP coverage to millions. Ailes famously said, "People are lazy," as explained in the memo. "With television, you just sit, watch, listen. The thinking is done for you." Nixon embraced the idea, saying he and his supporters needed our own news from a network that would lead a brutal, vicious attack on the opposition, and later, on January 6, 2021, a brutal, vicious attack on the United States of America. The prescient historical memo entitled Plan for Putting the GOP on TV News describes today's modern-day Murdoch GOP propaganda empire, a right-wing News Corp echo chamber ecosystem comprised of Fox News, The Wall Street Journal, and New York Post. However, Nixon crossed the criminal Rubicon too soon to benefit from the Nixon-Ailes brainchild. A security guard busted the espionage operation.
And I continued making my security check within the building. And very strangely, something told me that I should go back and check the basement floors again. When I went back the second time to check, I discovered that one of the doors that I had removed the tape from had been retaped. I called Metropolitan Police, and they came. We discovered that a door that led directly into the Democratic National Committee headquarters was broken into. The officers went in, and they discovered that there were some men behind a petition, and they asked them to come out with their hands up, and that was the arrest.
Without a rabid, lying News Corp ecosystem in place at the time, all media were competing in the marketplace of best ethical and objective news reporting. Competition to tell the truth to the American people. Alas, Nixon's fantasy network did not come into being at that time, and the 37th president was soon confronted by criminal allegations as reported by then reputable investigative reporting. A total of 69 people were indicted and/or convicted as a result of the Watergate scandal. This includes 48 government officials, 15 corporate executives, and 6 other individuals. Among those convicted were several high-ranking officials in the Nixon administration, including White House counsel John Dean, Attorney General John Mitchell, Chief of Staff H.R. Haldeman, and Special Counsel to the President Charles Colson. In addition to these convictions, the scandal ultimately led to the resignation of President Nixon himself. Rather than face impeachment, Nixon resigned in disgrace and was pardoned by his vice president. Neither Ailes nor Nixon lived long enough to see their plan for putting the GOP on TV news idea grow into a political powerhouse capable of inciting an insurrection against the United States of America on January 6, 2021. But let's put a cherry on top. Fox has shown us just how much Watergate DNA is in their blood by sharing confidential Biden campaign material with Jared Kushner and Trump's campaign. The expression, "If the mountain will not come to Muhammad, Muhammad will go to the mountain," gets turned on its head. Indeed, Fox gets the mountain to come to Muhammad. No need to plant microphones in your opposition's headquarters and run risky criminal espionage operations. When today, your opposition hands you their confidential campaign plans on a silver platter and pays you millions for the privilege. Deposit the opposition funds in the News Corp corporate bank account and hand over the valuable opposition information to Jared and Trump. Maybe the Biden campaign will sue for a refund and millions in damages. Maybe the GOP's crying about not getting enough Hunter Biden laptop October surprise news saturation is like a gnat on the ass of this big fat GOP elephant of a scandal. Not only is Fox's business model to operate as an illegal, unregulated GOP super PAC that coordinates with GOP campaigns, they've become a big part of our election cycle infrastructure, hosting debates between GOP and the GOP's opposition, Democrats, independents, etc. The evidence revealed so far about the seemingly endless criminality of Fox and Trump in this most recent last presidential election cycle documents that no internal Fox board members, executives, anchors, or producers participating in Fox and Trump's modern-day Watergate operation opposed or hinted that sharing Biden campaign confidential information with Trump might land them in FEC or Biden campaign legal jeopardy. The business-as-usual tenor suggests once again, this is their business model. A mature criminal enterprise operating outside of decency and the law with impunity. Media Matters has launched the first legal challenge, albeit weak, but a valiant first step attempting to enlist the FEC to do their job to hold Fox and Trump accountable. Collusion between a fake news organization and a political campaign is illegal. The information shared by Fox News was Biden campaign's confidential property. The sharing of this information gave the Trump campaign an unfair advantage over the Biden campaign by allowing them to prepare and potentially counter Biden's campaign strategy and debate performance. This is exactly what Nixon tried and failed miserably to achieve. If Nixon had succeeded in using the information obtained through the Watergate burglary/bugging, it could have helped him win the election by giving him an advantage over his opponent. However, Nixon's involvement in the Watergate scandal ultimately led to his downfall and resignation, demonstrating the severe consequences of such illegal activities in the America of the 1970s. In the case of the Trump campaign receiving an FEC-regulated unreported in-kind contribution worth potentially millions of dollars in value for free from Fox News through the sharing of campaign and debate strategy, it is a violation of FEC laws. Let's be realistic. Nobody expects the journalism ethics espoused and codified by the Society of Professional Journalism to shape the crack cocaine addictive content that more than half of the United States cable news viewing audience uses to validate their hate, maintain their rage and dopamine levels. The benefit to Trump's campaign is an unfair advantage over the Biden campaign, which did not receive such information about Trump's campaign. This violation of FEC laws requires that the legal consequences severely crush the Trump campaign and Fox News, destroying this corrupt business model, eradicating it from the political arena. Both the Watergate burglary bugging and the Fox News sharing of Biden campaign ad and debate strategy involve attempts to criminally gain an unfair advantage in a political campaign. The Watergate scandal involved illegal activities by a sitting president and his political espionage team. Fox News acted as a Watergate-styled and purposed illegal espionage team, not only perversely serving itself and the Trump campaign, but also Donald J. Trump, a sitting U.S. president. Isn't this Watergate 2.0?